Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Daniel Gibson and today we're talking about Chappie, the newest movie by Neil Blomkamp, who made like District 9 and a couple other movies. So this is a movie about AI, an artificial intelligence, and basically the main character is this brilliant designer. He's designed this robot army basically who defends the world and is supposed to be impenetrable to hacking because of a certain way they install programs that it only has to be done from this one little key and so on and so forth. So it's kind of this whole world set up, and the world's in kind of, I guess you could say, a state of chaos. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of booms and bangs and murders and stuff, and so they create this army of police who are impenetrable, almost indestructible, who go out and protect the streets. With that said, now the movie kind of follows his character as he wants to make something bigger and better. He wants to make not just a robot that's controlled by humans, but a robot who can think and feel and can do things with it by himself, and write poetry, as he says, and sing songs and do all these things. And so that's kind of his desire. On the other side, you have this whole force played by Hugh Jackman, and he basically thinks AI is dangerous and should be smothered and put away and not done because it's an abomination to humanity. So you have these two sides, and then in the middle you have this weird dynamic of these like weird street hoodlum gangsters who are kind of seeking to find some financial security, and they see a way to bridge that gap with this designer and making him turn off all the robots. And so from there we see this whole dynamic. Chappie is created. Chappie goes through this process of becoming more human and more lifelike, but there's a timer for a certain reason I won't spoil, and so all this stuff has to happen really quickly. And so you see this dynamic behind the scenes of like all these people trying to destroy Chappie and these people trying to help Chappie and blah blah blah. That's basically the plot of the movie. Now on to the actual review. This movie is actually, it's really interesting. They have some cool dynamics in it. I feel like there's a dynamic between Chappie and his creator that is like almost like a spiritual relationship between us and God. Now, in the way that Chappie was created for good, but there's these people who are trying to somewhat deceive Chappie into going down this road of bad, of crimes, all these things, and he promises his maker that, that he won't do crimes, he won't do all these things, but then they're like, oh, but your creator, why did he make you this way, blah blah blah. And so stuff happens, and he finds himself kind of in a gray area as to which way does he go. I think it's a really influential part of this movie. I think it's the best part of this movie. Where this movie fails is in several big directions, though. First off, don't even begin to listen to the IMDb parental guide, because it is so wrong. Okay, we checked the parental guide for this movie. We were totally certain about it. We're like, okay, we trust IMDb. It's always helped us in the past. We go in. It says there will be like only as many cuss words. You can pretty much count them on one hand. That was a lie. It was not true. There was also, there was some nudity. We didn't expect that. It may seem much more understated in there. There was a little bit, but it was really quick. So I mean, that's in and over. But the language in that were humongous aspects. There's a lot of violence in this movie, but it wasn't over the top. At times it did. Near the end, especially, it gets a little bit crazy, but nothing that's going to blow you out of the water. But the actual movie itself, past the parental guide even, they tried to do too much to achieve this goal. Now, they didn't need all these different people doing all those things. There's basically, there's like 2 villains in this movie, and you could have, and kind of 3 in a lot of ways too, but you could have just taken 2 of them and just gotten rid of them, and you would have been fine. It was just so much to try to tie the story in one direction that they missed out and made you not care about the main characters and the things that you're supposed to care about enough. The movie felt dry and long at times for me, but I still enjoyed it. The movie's going to get a 7 on my scale, but because of the parental guide, I'm going to knock it down to a 6, because there is cursing, there is things, but the movie is rated appropriately for that, so you kind of know what you're getting when you go into. But just things to be worried about, things to be aware of. I don't know if I recommend Chappie for a straight to theater release. Go to the movies and see it. I would say it's definitely worth renting on DVD, a night at home, a little bit cheaper than spending a whole night going out to the movies for it. With all that, that's up to you. Here's my review of Chappie. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen Chappie? It's been out a little bit. It's been busy. We hadn't had a chance to go out and review it, so we're getting it up now. So let me know what you think about Chappie in the comments down below. Are you going to see it? Are you not? And please, as always, like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.